see. Then, okay.
I'm so terrified. Can I stand up one more time?
Yeah. All right.
We did it. Episode 2.
We have to introduce ourselves.
Never mind.
Okay. Got it?
Hopefully.
So.
Hi.
Hey.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
I'm Kiara,
and we are the Vienna Nunes.
We did it. Episode 2.
Episode 2 of Descendants of the Sun, to be clear here. We did our first review ever last week of Descendants of the Sun, and overall, we were not impressed.
Nope.
Descendants of the Sun is 2016. It was apparently a humongous hit. It brought in tourism and economic growth.
And people loved it.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
Yeah. I said, if you're gonna start K-dramas, you have to do Descendants of the Sun. And we're like, all right, you don't have to convince us, we're here for it. The thing is, we started with popular stuff from 2018, so we've actually gone back quite a bit further. Anyways, if you don't know the plot, it basically follows around a soldier and a doctor and the love story that is created between the two of them in spite of their circumstances.
Right.
So when we left off, they had met each other for exactly 1 second and fell in love, and then he was whisked away by a helicopter to a secret mission and left her stranded on a building.
Heartbroken.
So it was a really good first date.
Yeah.
So our what do you call it? Our expectations were set about this high for episode 2, but you guys said keep
on watching. Yeah. A lot of people even said that episode 2 will already be a lot better. I don't know.
There were some redeeming qualities. There were some not so good qualities. How did you feel about it?
I didn't have a lot of expectations, but I was still disappointed.
Okay.
I didn't think it would go down this road again. Just being superficial. Kitschy. Not a lot of deep moments.
Right.
Really story building. Nothing in that way was happening.
Well, and it started off rocky, because the first part where we were like
the boxes. The boxes.
The boxes.
The boxes.
So
they were clearly not filled.
Right. Which could have just been part. So we didn't. Here's the thing. There was this huge mission, and the guy's like, we have to get our people back. And they're like, yes, sir. And then it changes to a scene of clearly fake boxes. And then they trip a booby trap, and he's like, everybody's dead. And everybody remains really calm in the troop. And I was confused. I was like, why aren't they sad?
And I was
failed their mission.
Focusing on the boxes. So at this point, I have not followed the subtitles. So when you pointed it out, I was like, actually, I don't know what's going on, because I was taken away by those clearly empty boxes.
Yeah, so it took us a hot minute to figure out it was a simulation. It was like a practice run of the mission, not the actual mission itself, which happened later, and there were no empty boxes in that scene. So that was not great. We were just cracking up the whole time. We're just kind of in disbelief of the whole situation.
Right.
And then for me, so yours was the boxes. For me, the worst part was when so Dr. Kong is in the hospital, or in her office at the hospital with her assistant, and she's like,
all dreamy.
Wow. And her assistant's like, what you looking at over there, Dr. Kong? And she's all like, the only picture I have of the man that I love, or whatever. And then I'm thinking
It's a picture.
it's an actual picture of his, person. And it was an x-ray of his body.
An X-ray.
She's just looking at bones, but she's looking at it like, yes, please. Like, oh.
And romantic music.
It's super weird. If I ever caught you looking at an x-ray of me and you were like, oh.
I know. I miss my friend.
And I'd be like, we're not friends.
We're not.
We are ending this.
And I give you permission to do that. Because it's weird.
Please don't look at my x-rays. Okay.
Cool.
I think combined, we did not enjoy nor understand the date night in the apartment.
Yes. She just invited him over. They don't know each other. They've seen each other 0.1 seconds in their life. Let's just head over to my apartment while I take a shower.
And I trust you implicitly.
Yeah. Weird.
Maybe the trust is because she knows what his ribs look like. Like,
I've seen your ribs. I've seen your soul.
your skeleton, so you're not gonna steal from me.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. I've seen you through and through. And then we just did not understand. We're hoping we just got lost in translation here. But there's a part where I guess it was supposed to be romantic, and he says, do you think about me? And she goes, yeah, like all the time, which, is normal for people who've just met. And then she says, do you think about me? And he's like, yeah, I do. Like a man. And we're like,
Is that a really weird translation? Or what does that mean?
What is it?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really want to know.
Exactly. But
maybe it's just up to the English.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a problem.
How you say it in Korean, but you mean it in a very different way.
It was super weird. What does that mean? There's so many red flags. There's so many red flags for this relationship.
But they were happy.
Yeah, they were.
Still like,
she was like, yeah, I accept that answer. You thought of me like a man. Good. On to the redeeming qualities, the good stuff. We were so excited to see Dr. Song. So his real life name, which I do not know, but we know him from Memories of the Alhambra, and we love him.
He's funny. He's funny in Descendants of the Sun. Funny moments, some little funny music thingies happening.
He's
comedic timing.
He's my favorite.
Yeah,
hands down.
Yeah,
I like him more than everyone else. So I was excited that he made the trip to Iraq.
Yeah.
So that we can see more of him.
Which it was also really funny at the end. Comedic timing. There's something about him. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
He knows how to act.
For sure.
Do you want to talk about your favorite scene?
Okay, so my favorite scene of the whole episode was when Dr. Kong and Soldier Guy are at they go to a cafe and they actually have
a conversation.
Legitimate conversation that has words that make sense. But I loved it because it was something that was impactful and something that I thought that all of us could relate to in one way or another, because they've realized that as a doctor and a soldier they save lives but entirely different ways, and the method and the theology behind the ways that they do save lives, they have those conflict with each other. And that's an age-old conversation. Do you save lives to save lives, or do you save lives at the expense of the lives of others? And so there's this intense difference there, and it ultimately breaks them up, which, we can throw in all of the sort of kitschiness about that as well, but I really tried to focus on that conversation because it also reminded me of MASH, which is a enormously famous TV show from the 1970s, I think, and follows around these doctors who are in the MASH unit, and they save lives, and a lot of the time they struggle with, do they save the lives of their enemies, and have those conversations with other soldiers.
Yeah.
And those soldiers want the enemies to die often, and the doctors are like, no, I am here to save this life, and you're not going to take it. And so to see this couple struggle with the same thing.
Yeah.
And not be able to reconcile that. I thought that was extraordinarily important to show and to have that kind of a conversation. So I personally, I really loved that part, and I felt
something.
I felt something. Yeah, I felt impacted by it. And when they broke up, I was kind of sad. I was, you know, because that often happens in real life too, where we just, our differences are too great.
Yeah.
And so to sort of break up because of theology or, you know, philosophy and things like that, it's sad, but important.
Yeah. At this point, I was just already bored. I think I didn't have... Yeah. I agree with what you said. It's just I couldn't enjoy it anymore. It was between all this superficial stuff. I was like, it's just sitting there and it's not enough. But it might, with episode 3 and 4, the more conversations follow, the better. As long as you see relationship building in some sort of way.
Yeah, something realistic.
Because it can't be all superficial.
Let it not be all superficial.
Yeah.
We super loved when she smacked the chairman. That was awesome.
Yeah, power to her.
Power to the female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super surprised.
The whole scene was weird.
We were just going from to like, and then to yay, good job.
Yeah, it was great. It was excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, the hair pulling was interesting too.
Yeah. The next time, well, we've never had a fight, but if we ever do, I'm going for the hair.
I have more to grab onto. Yeah, it's interesting how in Korean dramas there's a lot of slapping already, which we just don't do. You don't touch people. Physical, it's violent, you don't do it.
Yeah.
Even pushing, I think it's really...
I would like to, I wonder if there's history behind hair pulling.
Yeah. Did you forget something? The scarf at the end. It just ended on a very tacky note. Again, I sound like a hater.
You are a hater.
But I am a K-drama lover. Give me a chance. I'm going to watch all 16 episodes anyway.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe I'll be a hardcore fan.
Yeah. So with this episode, we're like mostly similar to how we felt in episode 1 with some redeeming qualities. A lot of you said you're gonna love it by episode 2. We hear you, we understand you, we're not totally sold. We're now hoping that it's gonna get better by episodes 4 and 5, which is what a lot of other people have said, so we're hanging on, we're gonna keep going. If you've watched all 16 episodes, let us know which episode it was that hooked you. Was it episode 1? Cool. That's great for you. If it was episode 6, we'd like to know. And should we talk about the giveaway ending today? Soft and snuggly.
We're gonna give away this Tata plush pillow.
Plush pillow. He's very soft and squishy and snuggly. So you can enter through Twitter, our Facebook, our Instagram. All of our handles are Vienna Nunas. Just follow the instructions there and be sure to like and subscribe to our Vienna Nunas YouTube channel for your entry to qualify. And the giveaway ends tonight at 9 p.m. And we're really close to 200 followers on Instagram,
Which means
if we get to 200,
there's going to be a Q&A. You can ask us anything.
you can ask us whatever you want.
Have a conversation.
It'll be fun. Yep. All right, guys.
See you soon.
Nuna's out. Bye.